Can snakes be reared by the people the same way domestic animals such as the cows, goats, sheep, chicken, among others are reared? A good evening to you all. Welcome you again to Pages with Joviana, whereby today we are having Snake Farmers by Yusuf Serunkuma, African Literature. Here we are. Yes, at the start I had that question, and we shall see at the end if we people can still rear the snakes the same way we will rear other domestic animals. To begin with, Yusuf Serunkuma is a Ugandan playwright who brings to us a play entitled as The Snake Farmers. For starters, we shall have to know that this play has two settings. It has the setting in London as well as the setting in an African village called Kayunga Village. The play is about a fictional African country where in a small village called Kayunga, the people are faced with a problem of snakes. When the foreigners get to know about the problem the Africans were facing back then in the small village, they come to support the people by giving them the resources such as the shoes, the guns, gunpowder, as well as the money to help them solve the problem they were having. But then, after solving the problem, the local leaders themselves breed the snakes again so that they can get that support from the foreign. Yusuf Serunkuma makes the play to be so rich in themes, lessons, characters, character traits, as well as the relevance to our society. In the beginning, when Mr. Opobo, the chairman of the Kayunga village, brings the news to the chief of Kayunga, who is named Sekade, about the death of Mr. Oire's three sons, as the concerned leaders ask themselves about what could have caused the death, and at the end they decide to go meet their friend Mr. Oire, who has lost the three sons, and see how they are going to bid farewell to the three sons. Back then in London, the family of Amy and Matt Brown get to know about the death of the three children as they were watching the news. After knowing about this, Amy Brown runs very fast to the church leaders to tell them about what the Africans are suffering from so that they can give hope to the poor Africans. Yes, as we had stopped in the village, as Mr. Sekade and Mr. Opobo had gone to Mr. Oire to comfort the friend who had lost the three children, they have a village meeting. In this meeting, they are trying to know what could have caused the death. And among the village people, one says it could have been witchcraft. As the village people continue to give ideas about what could have caused the children's death, Lutalo stands and says that the children might have been bitten by snakes, which caused their death. And yes, this is when Mr. Oire says it might be true, because as the children came back home, they were crying of thirsty as well as the small wounds that they had. And when he went back to check, he found three dead snakes under a tree where maybe the children were trying to get the fruits, and when they were bitten by the snakes, they tried killing the snake. When the village people found out that the children were killed by the snakes, they reminded themselves of the committees they had back then, which they called the Bulungi Wansi, which were there to solve different problems. And they said, okay, yeah, let's gather in two different groups and know how we're going to fight the snakes. By this, some people were there to put the sticks along the roads so that when you see any snake passing, you just get a stick and beat it. Others were to burn down the bushes. In London, the church had organized a fundraising where many people came in to give support to the Africans by giving them things such as clothes. They gave them shoes, money, guns, gunpowder, among other things, which were taken by the whites themselves in Kayunga, led by Brother Samson, who helped the Africans on how to use the guns to fire the snakes if they had seen one. Yeah, after that, Amy Brown went back to London and she was there jazzing Matt Brown about what the whites had done to support the Africans. Back then in Kayunga, we see Mr. Sekade and Mr. Opobo discussing the change they are having in their village, seeing the people wearing shoes, seeing Mr. Opobo staying in a big renovated house, having a storage house where they keep their resources that they use during the fighting of the snake outbreak, and yes, they appreciate it. And by this, Mr. Sekade starts to give Mr. Opobo an idea on how they're going to keep getting that support from the whites. In London, of course, people are hearing no news about Kayunga being disturbed by the snakes again. The snakes had stopped being rampant, and yes, but back then in Kayunga, Mr. Sekade and Mr. Opobo were continuing with that discussion of how to make the whites continue supporting them, because now they had got many privileges, they see new changes, and they want that change to continue. By this, Mr. Sekade tells Mr. Opobo of starting a snake farm. Mr. Opobo hesitates at first, saying, what if our own people are harmed by the snakes? Mr. Sekade tells him, it's okay, I'm going to get the medicine from the old lady in the nearby village, whereby our people will not be harmed by the snakes. So by this, Mr. Opobo plans on giving that part of the land he has where the farm is going to be constructed, and yes, Mr. Sekade goes to get that medicine that will be used by their own people not to get harmed by the snakes, and other people to be harmed by the snakes, so that the whites know about it and come back to give them the support. And yes, later on, the whites get to know about the rampant outbreak of snakes that are biting people in Kayunga village, which makes them either to come back or not to come back, because the play leaves us in suspense.